All right, so I'm still looking at figures 1 through 3, and now I'm on 9-4. It says examine the pairs of angles B and D, G and J, and R and S on the resource page. So I'm going to grab my highlighting tool here, and I'm going to highlight B and D, G and J, and R and S. So notice these are all in the same relative position. B and D, they're on the same side. They're both, in this case, on the right side of line M. Over here, they're on the left side of line M. And then over here, they are on the inside of the two parallel lines. But if you were to tilt your head, they're on the left side of line M. So these are called same side interior angles, which means that two angles, between two lines and on the same side of a third line. It sounds confusing, but basically just the highlighted angles, those are known as transversal angles. And the diagram that's included with the definition does a nice job of demonstrating what they are. We're going to see if there is a relationship between those angles. All right, so what is the relationship between B and D? And when I talk about relationship, I'm talking about angle measures. So like compare how much angle B measures to compared to the measure of angle D. And then likewise for G and J, here we're given 152 and 28. So what's the relationship between 152 and 28? Is there a pattern you may notice? All right. So you're going to make a conjecture about same side interior angles. And then it says, after you make your conjecture, if the measure of angle 2 is 67 degrees, what is the measure of angle 5? I noticed that there's no measure of angle 2 over here, and there's also no angle 5, so I need to look over here at this diagram on the book, okay? So kind of flipping scripts here over to this diagram here. And you're going to have to fill in the missing information. All you do is you write in 67 for angle 2, that's the measure there. And then angle 5, that's what we're looking for. So you could call this x, or you could just call it the measure of angle 5. You see that they do make a straight line here, so maybe we could set up an equation equal to 180. And then it says if the measure of angle 6 is 4x plus 23, and the measure of angle 4 is 3x plus 17, find the measure of angle x. We're going to be using the same steps as we did up here, basically. But this time we're going to have to set it up algebraically with like terms. Here we see 4x and 3x. Maybe we can do something with that. And then we see two standalone numbers, 23 and 17. So see if you can use your algebra skills to solve that last question. All right. I'll talk to you in the next video. Nice work so far.